Alright, Shalom, this is YAHAWAH with the GMS Dallas camp. Okay, first off, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. Okay, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Akim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, keeping his word in truth and sincerity. Man, I'm just going to do a quick video, okay, going into something I read. Alright, pretty much going into how the Most High doesn't dwell in temples, okay, made by the hands of men, okay, and there's a reason to that, you know what I'm saying, because if you read an example in Exodus 20th chapter, it tells you that when you build an altar, you're pretty much supposed to make it, like using natural stones, you know what I'm saying, and not anything that's hewn or made with like tools or anything, you know what I'm saying, because that's how you pollute that temple, okay? And it goes the same thing with these temples, man. These churches, all right? These temples are made with the hands of men, so therefore the Most High doesn't dwell in those places, in those areas. That's why the church, if you look up the word church in the Greek, it's I believe ecclesia or something like that, to that effect, and it means like a gathering of Israelites, okay, in a public area. All right. So, well, first I'm gonna read this. All right. So look, Acts 7:48 says, "Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in the temples made with hands, as saith the prophet." And then he also quotes that in Acts 17:24. Okay, he says the same thing. Okay, because these places were hewn and built with tools and polluted with the hands of men. Okay, because if we go to Exodus, and this is just an example to show you. Okay, so it says, "And if thou wilt make an altar," okay, I'm gonna read the 24. "An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings and thy peace offerings, thy sheep and thine oxen, in all places where I record my name, and I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make an altar of stone," so if you make this altar of stone, "thou shalt not build it of hewn stone," okay? "For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it," okay? So let's look up that word hewn real quick. Gazath. Okay, so Gazath. Maybe it's like let's see, where is it? A cutting, hewn, okay. A cutting of stones, and simply cut stones, especially squared. Okay, yeah. So use like it says right there. "For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it." So that's another example to show you that the Most High, like if you were to set up a temple or build a temple or an altar, you know what I'm saying, you're not supposed to make it out of stone or anything that requires you to use a tool or to you know what I'm saying, because that's how you pollute it, like the scriptures say. All right, let's look up that word tool. Sword, knife, tools for cutting stone. Yeah, like a tool, you know what I'm saying, whatever it might be that you need, a hammer or whatever, as laying waste others, as having the significance edge to be sharp. Okay, whence Greek, okay, to smite with the edge of the sword, to kill with the sword. It is applied to other cutting instruments, a circumcising knife, a knife or razor, a graving tool, an axe. Ezekiel poetically used of the curved tusk of the hippopotamus. Okay, drop. So like it says, like to smite with the edge of the sword, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're smiting that stone with like a weapon or with that tool, you know what I'm saying? And the Most High is not, he don't deal with that, just made, like it says right there, "If thou wilt make an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it with hewn stone." Okay, "For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it." Like if you lift up that tool, like like you hammering it or breaking it, trying to shape it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that's these temples, that's these altars that these Christians got set up. You know, and the Most High doesn't deal with that. The Spirit of the Most High is not in these churches. Okay, and like I said, you can look up that word church in the Greek, and I'm pretty sure it's ecclesia, and it literally means a gathering of Israelites. As a matter of fact, let's look it up, for that, to make that point. You can look up any word, I believe, in any of the New Testament. Yep, there it is, ecclesia. A gathering of citizens called out from their homes into some public place, an assembly, which is what we do. All right, we're citizens, and we were called out by the Most High from our homes to go to this public place, like it says in Proverbs, the 1st chapter. Okay, go to the chief place of concourse. Wisdom crieth in the streets. The assembly of the Israelites, any gathering or throng of men assembled by chance, tumultuously. Okay, so, and that's what, the Most High did that. You know what I'm saying? None of these brothers knew each other. All right, none of these brothers really just met on the internet and say, hey, let's do this. The Most High set it up to where we all really just met by chance. Not by chance, but like the Most High, nothing happens by accident. So the Most High set it up by chance that we would all meet and be and grow into this assembly of men. All right, the Most High set it up by chance, not by coincidence. Okay, not by accident, but because of this is what He wanted. This is what He set up. So it was destined for us to meet like this. All right, because why? Because we were chosen, or we were called, like it says in Matthew's. We were called. Many are called, but few are chosen. So we still gotta wait to see if we are chosen. And Lord willing, these men that are thinking about these things are really are chosen at the end. Okay, because like I said, like the scriptures say, many are called, but few are chosen. Okay. So it says, a company of Christians, or of those who hoping for eternal salvation through Yahawashi HaMashiach, observe their own religious rites, hold their own religious meetings, and manage their own affairs according to regulations prescribed for the body for order's sake, man. And that is the brotherhood right there. That is what we do in Great Millstone. Okay, that's what we uphold. This is that banner, which is His word, man. That's what we hope for, man. We're hoping for eternal salvation through Yahawashi HaMashiach. Man, you can ask that and to any brother, man. Okay, we observe our own, I wouldn't say religious rights, but our beliefs according to what the scriptures say, according to what is right, according to the order of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Okay, so we hold that, those meetings, and we manage our own affairs according to regulations prescribed for the body of order's sake. And we believe in that order. Okay? Those who anywhere in a city, village constitute such a company and are united into one body, man. And that's what we believe in, man. We are one body in Yahawashi. Now, I'm not saying we in that camp, because you got that one camp, one body in Yahawashi. But we're saying through Yahawashi being that chief cornerstone, we are united with by Him, making that body. Okay, and you can read that in let's see, what is that? I believe it's 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter. Talking about the body and how it has its different functions. Let's see. Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 12, you start at the 4th verse, is talking about, now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord, and there are diversities of operations, but it is the same power which worketh in all. All right, but the manifestation of the Spirit gives to every man profit of all. Okay, and now when you read down, Okay, it talks about how the foot, how shall the foot say to the hand, am I not of the body, and is therefore not of the body? And shall the ear say, because I am not the eye, am I not of the body? You know what I'm saying? So we all have our different functions and our different abilities in this body, but we all are a part of this whole body, making us one. We all have our different functions, but we all need each other. Okay, we got ears to hear and eyes to be able to see, and our heart to pump the blood for us to live and be alive, and our brains to function and think. Okay, the brothers have their different abilities in this body, but hey, we all come together to make this whole thing work. You know what I'm saying? Which is when we go out there in the highways and byways, we all work in sync like a body. You walk with your left and right. You know what I'm saying? While you're looking out with your eyes and thinking of what you're gonna do next. You know what I'm saying? Working with your hands and in unity. That's what we're doing out there in those highways and byways. Okay? The whole body of Christians scattered throughout the earth, the assembly of faithful Christians already dead and received into heaven. Okay, so yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like to my original point, you know what I'm saying? And it was written in the law. You know what I'm saying? Because if you read, like we just read in Exodus 20, if you read beforehand, it'll give you the list of the 10 Commandments, and then like right towards the end, right towards the end, it tells you that. Okay, if you're gonna build an altar of stone, make sure you build it, with natural stone. Don't use a tool or build it. Build it. Don't make it hewn stone. Like for if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. You know what I'm saying? So these Christians ain't got it, man. The Most High is not in these churches, man. That's why anybody can just go up in there and shoot the place up like it's been done before. And that's judgment right there. The Most High, putting that spirit on whoever and to go in there and then shoot these people up. Because these Christians don't got the spirit of the Most High on them. They ain't got that hedge of protection. They ain't got those angels watching over them. Hey, how many pastors you've seen in news articles saying that they're gonna do something crazy, and they believe that God's gonna protect them, like that pastor that died because he let that snake bite him, and he said that God was gonna save him from that poison, but he ended up dying. And then that you got that recently, that other pastor that said that he went up, like pretty much went up to a line and said that the Most High was gonna intervene, and then that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, these Christians ain't got it. All right, they through. But yeah, so Lord willing, brothers, edified. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.